Okay, welcome to my channel. This time we will be discussing about remainder. What will be the remainder when 2 power 31 is divided by 5? Mostly in the exam, you are not allowed to bring a calculator. So 2 power 31 is a big number. So without using the calculator or without actual division, how can you find this type of remainder? We will see. For this kind of problem, we will use congruent modulo. That means when I write A congruent to B mod C, let's say, that means C can divide A minus B. Okay. For example, 4 congruent to 2 mod 2. What this 4 congruent to 2 mod 2 says is that 2 can divide 4 minus 2. That is 2 divide 2, isn't it? So we will use this congruent basic for our problem. 2 power 31 is divided by 5. For this, from the simplest and the smallest number, this 2 power 31 comes from true multiplication of 2, continuous multiplication of 2, isn't it? True. For what number we are going to divide is 5, isn't it? So mod 5, we have to use modulus 5, just like this. So 5 can divide 2 minus of what? 5 can divide 2 minus of what? 5 divide 2 minus 2, that is 0, isn't it? So 2 congruent to true mod 5. Just like this, we have to raise the power of 2, 2 square. 2 square is how much? 4. It cannot reach 5, isn't it? 2 square is 4. So that means 4 minus 4. We continue just the previous one. So 2 square is congruent to 4 mod 5. And next is 2 cube. 2 cube, that means 2 cube 4 into, we raise the power by 2, isn't it? So here also we multiply it by 2. The previous congruent is multiplied by 2. 4 into 2 is 8. 5 divide 8 minus of what? Here we don't have to do 8 minus 8, isn't it? 5 divide 8 minus 3, which is equal to 5. So 2 cube congruent to 3 mod 5. Just like this, we have to raise the power again once. So here also, since we raise this power by 2, here also we have to multiply 3 by 2 just as the previous ones. So here is 2 power 4 congruent to 6. That means 5 divide 2 power 4 has been converted into 6. We have to remember this. So 5 divide 6 minus 6, or what else? 6 is greater than 5. So 5 divide 6 minus 1, which is 5. So 2 power 4 congruent to 1 mod 5. Why 1 mod 5? Because we have to subtract 1 from 6. Okay, so here we will make use of this congruent, because when it comes to 1, the problem gets easier. Okay, so since 2 power 4 is congruent to 1, every 2 power 4 will congruent to 1. Our question is 2 power 31. 2 power 4 will congruent to, how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4. 2, when we add up 2 raised power 4 7 times, it equals 2 power 7 4 the 28, isn't it? How much power is left out? 28, 29, 30, 31. 2 cube is left out. I think we got this. Okay, so here every 2 power is congruent to 1. Every 2 power is congruent to 1, and 2 cube is congruent to what? 2 cube congruent to 3. That means this whole 2 power 4 into 7 times and 2 cube congruent to 1 into 3. Modulus of what? We divide it by 5, since the question is asking 5. This is nothing but 2 power 28 into 2 cube congruent to 3 mod 5. That is nothing but 2 power 31 is congruent to 3 mod 5. Therefore, the remainder is 3. That is how we find remainder when it comes to a big type of number. If the question comes much more than 2 power 31, like 17 power, when it comes to 17 power 200, maybe divided by 5 or divided by 6 or divided by 10 or divided by 20, whatever, we can solve like this in a very simple manner. For the next problem, what will be the unit digit of 3 power 40? In this type of problem, in the previous way, we will use congruent modulo. But to find the unit digit, we have to change the divisor into 10. We have to divide this number by 10. Why so? Because let us see a simple number like 121, let's say. Here, what we have to know is 1 is in the units place, 2 is in the tens place, and this 1 is in the hundreds place. So the unit digit here in 121 is 1. So how do we know without actually finding 3 power 40 in a lengthy way? Is that we have to use and we have to apply the congruent modulo and divide it by 10. When we divide 121 by 10, like 121 by 10, it is 10, 1 is 10, 2, 1, 10, 2 is 20, remainder is 1. Like this, when we divide a number by 10, the remainder is what is in the units place or the unit digit. So in this problem, 3 power 40 we solve it in a similar way as before, but the divisor is changed into 10. We have to remember this. 3 congruent to 3 mod 10. Just like we said before, 10 is divided by 10 can divide 3 minus 3. 3 minus 3. 3 square is 9. 9 is less than 10. So 3 square congruent to 9 mod 10, because 10 divide 9 minus 9. Here 3 power cube. 3 cube. What is 3 cube? 3 cube is 9 into 3. We have to multiply this 9 also by 3 as we raise the power by 3. Okay, we raise the power into 1. So 9 into 3 is 27. So 27. 10 divide 27 minus what? 10 divide 27 minus 7. So 3 cube congruent to 7 mod 10. Next, we will raise the power again to 3 power 4, and when raising the power we have to multiply this by 3 again. 7 3s is 21, so 10 divide 21 minus what? Minus 1. 1 mod 10. So here also, when it comes to 1, everything gets easier and it is in the simplest form. We have good news here, so we will raise 3 power 4. What do we need? Our question is 3 power 40. When we raise 3 power 4 to 40, that means 3 power 4 10 times it is multiplied. Okay, so this is nothing but 3 power 40. Since every 3 power 4 is, let's write this way for the problem to get easy to understand. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Each and every 3 power 4 is congruent to 1. Okay, so 3 power 40 is congruent to 1 mod 10. So when we divide 3 power 40 by 10, what we have is the remainder is 1. Just as I said before, as 21 is divided by 10, the remainder we get is 1. So here also similarly, 10, when 10 divide 3 power 40, the remainder is 1. That means the unit digit of 3 power 40 is equal to 1. We can do this type of problem like this. I think you get some understandings from this problem. I hope you find it useful. Thank you.